Hello guys, and welcome to part 3 of the build of the Bandai 172 Scale X-Wing Starfighter. So jumping straight in then, I'm just going to do a quick pin wash or panel wash as they call it, one or the other, just to bring out the details in the model, and I'm doing it using a mix of thinners and just a couple of drops of flat black Tamiya paint, only a few drops, and I'm going to go over the whole body of the X-Wing, the whole lot, let it settle for a little bit, and then just simply wipe off the excess with some more thinners and a little cotton bud. I've already painted the 4 guns with the body colour and give them all a coat of gloss, and now that's all dried up I can pop these little decals on, which wasn't too difficult. I used micro set again just to make sure the decal sticks down properly, and then I used a coating of microsol over the top just to make sure that it actually beds down into all the detail on the guns. When I put the Y-wing together, I used a Valero liquid mask to, achieve some chipping effects, which worked really well. But for this model, I wanted to try something different because I'd already tried the liquid mask. So I got myself a stipple brush, mixed some of the body colour, and just started applying it over the paint. I think the overall effect in the end turned out really well, and it was so easy to do. Much simpler than using the liquid mask. I also went ahead and popped some on the engine covers as well. So to continue on the dirtying up process then, I mixed some flat black with a little bit of thinner and just practically dry brushed it on parts where I thought needed touching up and dulling down a little bit. And then I went in with the Tamiya Weathermaster just to add a little bit of rust colour. The orange, it does look a bit orangey, this colour, but once you've got it on there and dulled it down a little bit in the final steps, it looks quite good. There's also the gunmetal grey there, which I use on some of the bits as well to make them stand out. So with the stand completed then, it was time to get on to R2d2's head, which I was absolutely dreading because of the size of it really. My eyesight's really terrible and my hands are really shaky as well. So I knew I was going to have problems with this. Also, I didn't have any metallic paints. So what I had to do was I put a little bit of water on a brush and went into the Tamiya Weathermaster and just got some of the shiny gunmetal silvery colour out of there, and I went over R2d2 with that with a couple of coats. Then I put a gloss coat over the top of that to stop it all falling off, you know, when I put the decals on. And then I attempted to put the decals on, and to be honest, they went on quite well. They did take me a long time to get on there, but they went on there. And obviously once they're on there, I used the microsole to bed the decals down onto all the detail and the curvatures of R2's head there. And then once that was dry, I put a gloss coat over R2 because I wanted R2d2 to be glossy and the rest to be sort of a matte flat finish. So I did R2d2's head separately with a gloss, and once dry, popped him on there, no problem at all, nice and straight, and I think he looks wonderful. So having gone this far with the model, I actually liked it the way it was. So the way you see it now is where I actually stopped. I didn't do any more chipping or dirtying up or weathering or anything like that. I thought it best to leave it as it is. I think I went a tiny teensy bit too far on the Y-wing, and I didn't want to do the same with the X-wing. So I stopped at that point and took it outside and put a matte coat on everything apart from obviously R2's head, like I said, and there it is. That's the finished model, and I absolutely love it. And I'm not just saying that. I mean, it took me a long time to build it, and I'll be honest with you, I enjoyed building the Y-wing a lot more than I enjoyed building the X-wing, and I think that's because the Y-wing is slightly bigger. It's the same scale, but because it's a bomber, it's a bigger vehicle. But it was my first model, the Y-wing, and there was a lot of tinsy parts on it. It took me weeks and weeks to get that one finished. The X-wing does look fantastic, but I did enjoy building the Y-wing a little bit more because it had more to it. But the final result is absolutely spectacular. You know, these are the first models I've ever built in my life, and I've really enjoyed doing them. Incidentally, the bases of these two models, there's an extra clip in the Y-wing one, and you can clip them all together in sort of a little arrangement, which I've done at the end here. So there you go, guys. I want to thank you very much for watching these videos, and I look forward to reading your comments and seeing you in the next one. See you soon.